2023. Welcome to the weekly forecast for week commencing January 2nd, 2023. My name is Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic and I'm coming to you from the middle of nowhere. Back on the road again, as you can see, and bringing you the content and the weekly forecast that we all enjoy. Each week I choose 6 cards to see what the energy is for the week ahead. I'm not going to do a yearly forecast, I don't think. I just like doing the weekly ones simply because we can relate to it for what we're going through right now. I've lots of other friends who do a yearly forecast, so look those ones up, but this is for this week. It is the beginning of the year, and so it is like a launch, if you like, but I'm not going to say that because you don't know what the cards are going to say. I don't know what the cards are going to say, and so I'm going to pull these cards now. As I said, it's a guide to give us a bit of an idea about where we're heading, what energies we're going to be experiencing, and my interpretation of what that actually means. I have a nice little spread that I use as a bit of a narrative, and I'll explain it as we go. I am in the bush. There are flies, so welcome back, flies. It's a lovely day, as you can see. I'm choosing 6 cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Great. Let's put them under here. All right, so let's begin. The first card we're looking at is the situation. So this is where we're at. This is what we're looking, what we'll be experiencing consciously. We may not realize it in the moment, but on reflection we'll generally say, oh yeah, I know what that means, or we might actually feel it in the moment. So this is the energy that's influencing us. It could be stuff that's blocking us, it could be stuff that's interfering, it could be stuff that's pushing us forward, but it's the mood that we're in, it's the energy that we're in. And we have here Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a great launch, if you like. It is a launch. We're feeling that we have what we need physically to move forward. We have what we need to feel like we can make something. It's not a dream, or it's not a concept. We have the things that we need to actually move forward. And the one is that impetus. It's like, right, I'm going to do this. We might have done our list. We've got everything in order. We've gathered our materials. We're going to move forward. The Ace of Pentacles also represents like a windfall or a drop-in. So the other message I'm getting around this is that what you do need is going to either arrive or it's already there and you don't realize it just yet. So it's just keep in mind that what energy is sitting with us right now is very positive, and it's very practical and pragmatic about moving forward. If we don't feel like we've got those things in place, they'll either turn up because they've already been there, or they're just going to turn up like a knock on the door, but it's going to drop in. Also too, the Ace of Pentacles for me personally often means that where there has been a blockage is now opened up, because you can see in this card, I don't know if you can see just down the bottom there, it's like a dam has burst, and now that the flow is able to actually happen in a very real way. So the energy that's influencing us from our guidance and from our soul, and this is with like the situations that are set up for us, so little messages and intuitions or little nudges in the right direction. We have the 9 of Cups. So guys, if you want to start something and you've got all your bits and pieces together and you know that that everything's flowing in the right direction, the 9 of Cups is just going to remind you that go, all systems go. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. It's a manifestation card. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not really sure about this, the 9 of Cups is going to swoop in and go, look, it's fine, it's all there. It's going to remind you that there's nothing in the way, and it's time now to actually step in and follow that dream, because it's all ready to go, ready to launch. I think I said that right at the beginning, so there you go. Now this is the challenge part of the week. So these are the things like probably our personal demons that we are working with, but also too, it reminds us about what we're working for or towards. What is it about us that has perhaps been getting in the way? Like we might be getting in our own way, but also too sometimes a little fears that pop in. And so these are the things that we can rise to the challenge and just we grow as people when we meet these challenges. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles represents the energy of that if we step into something, it's not going to be enough. Like, yeah, I got this, like especially because the Ace of Pentacles and everything is there saying, yeah, go, you've got all the bits that you need. And it's like, is this going to be enough? I'm not sure. I mean, if I leave this behind, I'm not really sure about that. So that'll be the little thought process that comes in and says, oh, I'm not really sure. That's when the Nine of Pentacles, your guides, are going to say, it is free and clear, off you go. So whenever you see that free and clear pathway, that is your guide saying, that is just a thought, it's going to be fine. The Seven of Pentacles is actually a really, if you want to look at it rather as the opposite of anything negative or in a positive, what you're actually working towards is that you're choosing something that matches your heart rather than something that you think you should be doing. So that'll be the challenge, is to accept or lean into following the heart, because when we do what we love what we do. Isn't it? No, is it what? When we love what we do, we end up doing what we love. So there's actually, and because it's Pentacles, that means that there will be some reward for effort. And you'll actually see the reward for effort when you follow that and override that thinking. All right, so the next card is our reaction. What is our action? Our action or reaction. This is the leap that we take. This is how we move forward. This is interesting. Here we have the Death card. All right, so because you've got the way forward, because you've got the energy to step into something new, and you've got that sort of little warning system that says, oh, is this really what I want to do? Whenever you hiccup or fail to take the action, life is just going to stand still until you do. So the action will be non-action. So just remember, if the opportunity arises and you've got everything you need to do and you start to sort of go, oh, life will just stop. Nothing's going to push you. It's going to stop and help you. It's actually a help. It's not a hindrance. It's actually helping you feel comfortable with the moment to move forward again. Because it's like the universe wants us to succeed this week. It wants us to actually make that happen. So it's giving us all of the tools that we need to actually put it into place, build the confidence and feel confident in ourselves. So whenever we get sort of hit that sort of limbo spot or quiet spot, it's actually the universe saying, let's take a moment, let's look at it. Yes, okay, let's go. So, but the thing with the Death card is you can't go back. You can only go forward. So standing still is an option, the action is non-action of standing still until we feel okay. So what does this mean for our future or possible future? All right, we've got the Hanged Man. It's quite appropriate that the Seven of Pentacles is sitting there. It's like, oh, I'm going to give this up. What if I give this up? I've got this certainty, the bird in the hand as opposed to the bird in the bush. And so that the Hanged Man represents the possible future of, yes, there will be some things to give up, and it will look a little bit funky for a while because it's like, oh my goodness, I've given this up, I've let that go. The Hanged Man is also like, it is again, it's like a follow-on of the Death card. Nothing is going to move forward until it's the right time. So again, we are not being pushed into anything. We are not being saying, hey, you better get going right now because all this energy is in place. The universe is actually setting us up so that energy, if you want to call it soul energy, guys, whatever you want to call it, your destiny, soul journey, is setting the scene so that when we step into something, we are not going to be doing anything rashly. And when we do stand still, when there is a bit of a sacrifice or letting go or a bit of a delay, it's simply because to establish the Ace of Pentacles energy. It's to establish every step of the way. How does that mean? That is brilliant for success. It doesn't mean that you're rushing into something and then have to fix it up later. It means every step of the way will be deliberate. And you are not going to be pushed into something until you're absolutely ready. And that is in perfect timing for your soul energy. Now, when I say you won't be pushed into anything, if your fear is overriding everything, you will end up getting pushed, right? You'll get reminded. But what this means is that if you know within yourself that, oh, I can see where I'm heading, but you just know inside of yourself that it's not the exact right time, that's when the Hanged Man pops in and says, you know, you're right, and we're going to keep you bubbling along until that perfect opportunity and timing is now, and then give you the confidence and the impetus to say, yeah, okay. So it's about being okay with any delays. It's being okay with some quiet time or contemplation time, but everything is actually moving forward. Everything that you need to move forward is right there. So what does this mean for us spiritually, or on a soul level, or karmically? Well, here we have the Three of Cups. I love the Three of Cups. In this instance, it's like bringing everything together. To me, the Three of Cups is the support system that we need. It's not about the support system that we drag in and don't rely on. It's the actual support system that supports our goals and dreams and desires and whatever it is else we want to manifest. So, in other words, your team, your soul team, your spirit team, your human team are all going to be gathering together at the around you and turn up at the appropriate time to help you along the way. You don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to, do the hokey pokey to manifest anything. It's all just there, and it's not about compromising anything. It's all the right people are in place and around you there at the time. I also love this card here for it is a coming together, and it is a confirmation that your heart is full and that you're following a purpose or a dream. In other words, your karmic energy your cup will feel so full of happiness and joy when you follow the little symbols and signs and the help along the way, that your faith in the universe and energy and how your own intuition works, and your faith in yourself and the faith on the energy that works with you will be tenfold, simply because everyone's coming together, everyone's helping each other. As I said, spirit guides, human guides, everything and everybody, and you'll be able to recognize all the actual support rather than the compromises. Anyway, that's a great start to the year. Actually, that's quite good. I'm going to leave that with you. Have a great week. I will see you same bat time, same bat channel next week for the weekly forecast again. This has been the weekly forecast for week commencing January 2nd, 2023. My name is Vicki Haspels, coming to you from the middle of nowhere. I'm the Conscious Mystic, with love from me to you. Mwah. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.